This conference.
Hope in the meantime, all the students will join. Okay, almost 11 students join. Wait another 2 minutes and we will start this session. So before I start today's session, if you have any queries regarding last day session, any of the topic, you may ask me. If anyone have any question regarding last day sessions, you may ask me the questions. So as it is we start within a minute. In the meantime, so almost 18 students are there. Means almost 50 the total strength are joined. So we will start. If you have any questions regarding previous sessions, you may ask me, and I will try to answer all the questions. Okay. So no one have any questions, I think. So we start slowly. Last day we start with the very basics about Matlab. We go with the different Matlab basic functions. Functions like we use magic, ones, zeros, sum. These are the functions we use. So hopefully you all remember these things. EY, EI, random. So these are the functions we use. We learn how to deal. Yes. Any question? We learn how to deal with matrices, how we work with different matrices, and how we sort it, how we eliminate any, how we eliminate something, how we add something. These are all the things we actually learn. And operation of matrix: addition, subtraction, multiplication, divisions. We learn two very important features of MATLAB. One is that when we're going to use any operator, addition, multiplication or divisions, we may do two way. Element by element operator is there. Dot actually considered as a element by element operator. Another thing we learn, that is null matrix. So opening third bracket and closing third bracket, that considered as a null. So these are the things we learn. Another very important things we learn, that is to. Is to means entire all. And different way we may use this is to command, means starting point, ending point, and intermediate gap. This way use a is to command. Then we learn another thing, that is for graph plotting what we need. For graph plotting we may use is to command, or we may use a new one, that is uh, linspace command. So linspace command we may use. So these are the things till now we learned. So now let's start today's session. It's almost 10:36 and still 24 students are there, expecting more. That is, but here 23 students, 24 students are there. So how many of you able to install Matlab software? Anyone have issue with the Matlab software? So okay, I already shared the link from where you can able to download it. Now let's start with that today's sessions. Matlab actually a mathematical laboratory. In Matlab, we can able to do all the mathematical tasks. But last day we don't check these things. So very first thing is that using Matlab, we want to solve equation. Yes, can we solve the equation using Matlab? Let's check. So for that, suppose we have an equation. So I have this equation. Suppose I write here x square 2x plus 1. And that equation we want to solve. How we solve? So just try to write this equation into Matlab. So let's write. So we writing here solve, solve, that is the command, solve x square. So this is the power function plus 2 into x plus 1. But when we try to write this thing, it will not work. Let's check what is the error it shows. So when we try to run this code, that shows one error. What actually the error is? Yes, that actually the error you find out. Undefined functions or variable x. So till now, whatever we check in MATLAB, we don't need to define variables. Don't need to define variable like integer x, y, these things. But in this case, so why it's showing these things? That actually a specialty. When we going to solve something, we must need to mention that things what we want to solve. So we need to mention this x equals to symbol representation, right? So how we define it? We need to write syms, sims. This is actually a symbolic representations of x. So we don't define this x as a other thing. So if we enter it, Now, if I write a who command, let's check what actually it's replied. Sorry, whose command. What actually it's replied. So in that case, what we found, it's not a same thing, whatever we check last date. So last date we check that when we declare any variable that actually acquire 8 byte of space by default. But when we declare it as a symbolic representation x, it's actually acquire more space, 60 bytes. Right. So now we want to solve it. So now same command you need to write and it will return the answer. Obviously, we know that two values we get, that is minus 1, x square plus 2x plus 1, that is x plus 1 whole square. So x equals to 1, so and x equals to 1, so x equals to minus 1, x plus 1 equals to 0, so x equals to minus 1. So this way we can solve any equation using Matlab. Just check it.
স্যার
Yeah,
স্যার এটা ঠিক রান করছে না আমার মানে নট হ্যাপেনিং
রান করছে না, শেয়ার করতে পারো স্ক্রিনটা।
ওকে স্যার
আর রান Shubham, I make you presenter, Shubham, make presenter. Yeah, I make you presenter. Yes, please share
হয়নি
your screen.
আরেকবার বলুন স্যার হয়নি
ওকে, আমি মনে হয় অন্য কাউকে করে দিয়েছি। আচ্ছা, make presenter, দেখো তো হয়েছে কিনা এবার। make presenter. Yes. Yeah, SYMSX seems requires. Okay, so you are using a Matlab, which versions?
MATLAB স্যার এই R2021D
এটা কি অনলাইন মোডে রেজিস্টার করেছো না?
নো স্যার ডাউনলোড স্যার ইনস্টল করেছি স্যার পুরো অ্যাপটা
তো টুলবক্স তো এখানে আবার ম্যাথামেটিক্যাল টুলবক্স নেই, দিস একটা ভেরি বেসিক ওয়ান, it don't have a mathematical toolbox. So in that case you go with the apps option. Apps, top of that there is an option is apps in your. Yes, so just check install package app, get more app. A toolbox option should be there. Okay, এটা কি is it a cracked version or full version?
নো স্যার ট্রায়াল ভার্সন
Trial version. So actually this versions it don't have a mathematical toolbox, so that actually issue. So it's a better, these things you can able to check using your mobile phone. And what I do, I share these versions with I just try to check it and share one Matlab versions which have most of the supports, right? So you may install just I go with that, because number of students may face the issue, they go with the versions, incompatible versions, and that not work a loss of functionalities. So what actually issue with your, so you may check it using your mobile apps, and in the meantime I try to share link for this link for your Matlab software, right? Just wait, I will share into your group, right? Matlab software link, right? I will share by today. Okay, no issue. So you will check it using your phone. It will work.
Okay, sir.
So everyone check it using phone.
Done.
Done. Okay. So let's wait a minute. I just need to check it. I can share it as early as possible. Just 1 or 2 minutes. I just try to share Matlab software. If it's not able to share now, okay, I already have this Matlab software link with you. So check your WhatsApp group. I shared one link. Just a minute. I just confirm it. Yes, Matlab is with me. I just shared it. Yeah. So your group is GIS Matlab. Yes, I already shared a link. Please check it. So this is the best options if you go with this versions, right? We already shared a link for Matlab software. A drive, Google Drive link is there. You may go with that and download it. It's a small file. I think our file is there. Okay. So let's go with the thing. So all of you check it. So now can you able to write these things?
How much data is required for download?
How much
Data is required.
data?
Net.
Let's check again because I don't remember it exact amount. Just click on the link. You can get the details of that. Just I check it and inform you. Just a moment. Just check it. I think this about 4 GB. It's taking time, so it's maybe a near. So it's a not more than 4 GB. I think it may be 1 or 2 GB, but not more than 4.
Sir, 5 GB,
Yeah,
5 GB, 5 GB.
5. Okay. So this actually the equation you need to write and you need to solve it. Can you able to write the code? So try to solve this equations, all of you.
Sir, that is x cube, right?
X cube, x cube, x cube, 3x square plus 3x plus 1.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, send it.
Minus
Sir,
1.
chat.
Yeah.
I have already sent.
It's a conflict was. Yes, minus 1 should become 3 minus 1 should become.
As it is.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
the thing is, everyone should write into this chat because this writing pattern, and if you get a perfect answer or not, that also be very important, right? Because the thing is that writing pattern is more important. Some of you get the different answer. So if you go with the different values, obviously you get a different results. So now we go with another things, that is root. Right. Okay. x squared plus 2x minus root 4. Okay, so you may check it. Some of the versions support this root. Obviously, some of the versions not support this root. Right. So that actually depends. These versions have an issue. Okay, so root also with there of functions, it will work. We are not working. But the thing is that this way solve is there now. So
No,
any
sir, not
equation.
coming.
Yeah, okay, no issue. So I will, that's not an issue, that it depends, some of the versions. Root is there, number of cases are there, it will work. So now we go with solve means, so using solve, we can able to solve the lots of equations, so all the things we can able to solve. Any equation we can able to solve using this solve command. Now, if we want to solve of, suppose we have a calculus we want to solve a calculus. So how we solve it? So if we want to solve calculus, how we solve it? So to solve it, we need to go with this way. That is, so differentiations, we want to go with the differentiation. So diff of x square. Okay, I mistakenly write IFF, DIFF. So it's provide the value. So this way we can able to go with a differentiation, right? And differentiations also be possible, right? Differentiations x square. If we go with the differentiations, it provide 2x. Right. So not only that, we may differentiate it the things like this: x square DIFF x square, sorry, x to the power 5 by right. And we second order we want to find out derivative. It also works. So after that we need to mention which kind of derivatives we want to go with. Right. Is it clear?
Sir, can you please repeat the last step?
So this means,
Yes. Second order derivative, differentiation x to
oh,
the power 5
okay, sir.
comma 2, 2 means second order.
Okay, sir.
So this any order, if you want to go with, just write down this way. Now if you may have a question that if we have to differentiate x cube into y. So what is the result? Now question is that as we are declaring another variable that not previously mentioned, so we need to write again sy ms of
We
y,
have to think. Yes, sir.
and then we need to write these things to print this way. By default, it will print x derivative, but if we mentions here y, it will go with this way, right? This actually the thing, right? So this actually the things.
So wait a second. Yes, sir, done.
Now, can you solve this equation using this? Let's go with the one thing. Can you want to find out derivative of x cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy square plus y cube. So we want to find out derivative of this things respective to x first and then x respective to y. And we go with the second order derivative. So can you go with that?
Sir, done.
Okay. So share it. Second order derivative of this. Yeah. Okay. It will work. No issue. So fine. So this way we can able to go with this restricted to y, and as well as so if we want to go with a derivative of second order as well as we want to derive of y. So how we write the code? Maybe have questions in your mind. So right. So second order derivative of y, second order derivative of y. This way we mention. So the very last things order we need to mention. So the thing is that in Matlab, they are very easy to implement something, right? So next thing is that we need to go with this way, that is limit we need to go with x square and tends to 2. So this way we easily find out the thing. Okay. So is it done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are the things. So limit we already checked. Next we are going to check another things, that is integration. X square 1 comma 2. So this way we can able to integrate, right? So integration between 2 points. So 1 to 2 points we want to integrate. Okay. So
So this 1, 2 means?
yes, that actually 1 to 2, right? So from integrate between 1 to 2, this car we want to cut point 1 to 2, that actually we want to integrate, right?
Okay, sir.
Sir, actually, can you tell the second order derivative once more?
Second
Order derivative, how you did?
second order derivative. Okay. Differentiation means what actually things you want to do? This differentiation.
So how?
Second
Yes,
order.
sir, yes. Yes, sir, second order.
Yeah. This one.
So why that comma came?
Yeah. Please repeat.
So why that at last comma came after y?
So this is respective to y, and then second order.
Okay. Sir.
Okay. So that is the thing. So I think it's clear to all of you. So again, I give you another task. Please convert, go with this and make integration, differentiations, and all the things. Okay. So try with that and share it.
So we have to apply both the things in this following question, which we are
Yeah,
showing right now.
both. Means for practice, you know these things, now practice it, then you can able to remember for long. That's like it.
Okay.
So what is the
Okay, sir.
limit for the integration of this sum?
A limit you may you may consider integrate between 1 to 2. Limit you may consider here 3. Anything. Okay. Okay. I think just try it. I give you 2 to 3 minutes of time. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Sampad, all of you please complete.
Send it.
I think now it's done, right? All of you will to complete it. So next, Next, we need to go with this way. So we go learn the things, integration, differentiations, limit. Whatever we learn, sorry, whatever we learn throughout the first year, sorry, HS, throughout the 2 year, that we implement using Matlab within a half an hour, because just we take this session for last half an hour, we start this session. Within that, we learn all the things, right? So that is the Matlab. So every kind. So now you understand that things using Matlab, we can able to solve any equations, any mathematical task. We can easily solve. A number of additional features also is there, but still we discuss the very basic things. Whatever so important, that things we discuss. But not that's not limited to this things. So there is lots of additional features are there, but all the things and discussions are not possible, right? So that is the things. Okay. So now I go with this next options. That is next we need to discuss. Yes, last day we start with a graphical user interface. Sorry, graph plotting. So today now we want to continue with the same thing, that graph plotting concepts. So for graph plotting, we need to go with this way. This actually a thing. So graph, how we plot a simple graph. X equals to, we have some values. One is to suppose 10. These values are there in X. And Y value, we have this. What we do, we just started a 1 is to 10 is to 100. So it's a make the same value. So if we plot X comma Y, we can able to plot it. So last time we already checked these things, right? So this way we can able to plot the graph. Now again we go to our simple graph plotting concepts, whatever we discussed. That is, if we want to go with a simple graph like X equals to sin X, sorry, X equals to length space 0 to number of how much time period we want to elapse. If we go with the 2 complete cycle, we go with the 4 pi, because we know that 180 with 100 points. We mention Y equals to, we print sin X. So up to this we already know. But if we want to print two graph into a single, how we plot? So Z equals to, suppose cos Y, cos X. Z equals to cos X. Now we want to plot both the graph. How we plot? So for that we need to write plot X comma first one, X comma Z. This way we need to plot. So this way we can plot a multiple graph into a single window. Right. So all of you please try this one. If anyone have any question, ask me.
স্যার তার মানে যত ইচ্ছা গ্রাফ প্লট করা যাবে তো, মানে দুটোই না আর কি, তাই তো?
হ্যাঁ, যত ইচ্ছা তুমি, if you want to plot
The
suppose
third variable, teacher. So like the fourth variable, that then we have to do.
yeah, so now if we want to go with another variable, so suppose a equals to 10 x, right? Next, if we want to plot it, plot x comma y,
Comma Z, X, comma A.
x comma z, x comma a. It also will to plot this thing. So how much variables you want to plot, you can able to plot it. Just try it. Right. So
Done.
done. Now question is that whatever the code we write here, this codes actually we don't identify separately. Or the first question is that what actually the level means, what actually the x-axis, what actually we want to define via y-axis, and what actually a graph I actually are going to design. That we are not mentioning here, but that also is very important for us. So how we do that? So for that, we need to go with this way. We need to write this way. That is, so we want to mention level. So title of a graph we want to add. So title, that is, I write here Matlab. That's the title. So if we enter it, now if you check, this title is here. So we add title on this. So whatever the graph we are actually going to plot, the title we may write here. Right?
Sir, can you repeat this title part?
Yeah. So next we mention this x and y both. So for that, what we need to do, we need to go with the x level.
Level.
And we write, suppose here, speed. Okay, x, I forget to write here x level. Right, if we write a x level, then we get a, so x direction speed is here. Right. Same way, if we want to mention y level, we need to here distance. Suppose we want to mention here distance. The distance. So now it's became little bit complete graph. We mention x level, we mention y level, y direction what is we want to plot, x direction what we want to plot, and simple titles. Clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Now again we want to add another things, that is, we already mentioned x level, y level, but still can I able to add a grid? Yes, if we write here grid on, it will add a grid here. Right, grid also added. Now the question is, we want to mention what are the graphs. So 3 graphs we plot here, but we don't understand which one for which. So we want to mention which graph we design for which one. So to clearly understand, we just go with the 2 graphs. So here we don't understand what particular x, what particular y. So what we do to mention is we need to write legend. Command is that legend, and within that you need to mention first is for sine and second is for cos. So this way we need to mention. And now if we run it, just wait. Yes, this will appear here. So which color is for which? It's actually shown here. Right. So this way we can do the things. So these are the things we discussed last class. Now one thing I want to show you. So that things we'll discuss later. Today again we discuss it, no issue. But some task I will give you. But before that, we need to check this thing. So up to this we will check. But one thing I want to show you. So we may change the color. Means if we want to change, we may change the color of a graph. Means the thing is that last case. Just I want to show you here. Whatever the color it's used is a default color, right? Whatever color it's used is a default color. But we don't want to go with a default color, right? We want to go with our own given color. So what are the possibilities that there for color? So these are the possibilities, color possibilities. So color C for cyan, M for magenta, Y for yellow, R for red, G for green, B for blue, W for white, and K for black. So you need to remember one thing. All the colors first term we use, but in case of black we use K, because blue and black two are started with blue B. So blue goes with B, but black goes with K. Okay, so let's change the color. How we change the color? Let's go with the code again. Sorry. So how we define the color? So the thing is that here you just need to mention. Suppose we go with the first color with a green, and second color we want to go with yellow, or suppose second color we go with the red. So we write R, put it here, and it will print this way. So students, please go with these color combinations and put this particular locations and check it. It will work on. Go with any colors and check it. It will work on. So we step by step moving, but we are allowing to make every possibilities, every possible things we can able to design using this Matlab, right? So how we go with the color, how we go with the, now the thing is that okay, so just check it. So I give you another 2 minutes, because of whatever the colors are there, every color options you may check it. I give you 2 minutes, just check it. Everyone. So I also shared the code here, because some of you may got missed with the code. So just I give it 2 minutes. So revise it. Who don't able to follow any of the steps, just go with the code, and the color combinations or whatever you have, you may go with and check it. 2 minutes is there. So I don't hurry today. So it's a little bit slow.
Sir, in which line do we have to add the color?
There's a plot command. Within plot command, we need, so I just freshly write the code, right? I just clear everything. So very first line, we need to declare linspace command, x equals to linspace, spac is linspace, and then we write the things 0 to 4 pi, or we may write anything, but here we preferably go with a 4 pi 100, and y equals to sine x, and now we write z equals to cos x. So here we only use a for use case we use sine and cos. You may use any equations or anything here. Suppose if you want to here rather than writing sine x or cos x, Okay, I just replace this z by sub x square plus 2 into x plus 1. Suppose I want to replace these things by this. That also work. Okay, let me check why it's showing this thing. Okay, okay. So we just specify this way, and now we want to plot.
Why are you putting dot?
Yeah, why I am putting dot here. So when we go with the multiple values, not a single element, here actually x plotting a matrix based on y and z, actually a matrix, not a single element. So when we going to use a element by, so we must need to go with the element by element method. Now we are discussing about an array, so we need to go with this dot operation. Otherwise, it's a go with some complex things. It's not allowed, right? Element by element operator we need to use because it's an array of numbers, right? Now x comma y, then color
X
you need
comma
to
Z.
mention,
Okay.
and then x comma z. Then again you need to mention the color.
White.
Green. Okay, green, yellow, whatever you want, you may put it here. So this is actually a code, right? So this is actually not. Write down it and check it. Yeah, complete it and let me know whenever it's done. So So till now, whatever things we learned. So anyone have any issue with these steps? Are you comfortable with that? Can you able to plot these things?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next is that. Okay. So let's discuss some different things. We already over 1 hour. So let's 5 to 10 minutes discuss different topics, and then again we start our studies. So the thing is that we last day inform you. Please sorry, mention whether the projects you want to do. So anyone decide your project? Anyone decide your project?
No, sir, we will decide today in the evening.
No. That's not a good thing, because if you make so late, so what happened? Because by tomorrow we need to start, and after today, if you mention something, then we need to think out whatever the projects I give you. Because if you make this late, that is very late for you. So please try to let me know. So whatever, do you find something? Anything? Any point of things you studied? Any group decide anything? Any group decide anything?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So let me know.
Sir,
Yes, sir. Any?
sir, we have
Yeah.
power system model, sir.
Power system model. So is it using Simulink or using this
Sir,
code?
actually,
Because
we are planning to model a distribution system in the Simulink.
okay. So is
Yes,
it possible to complete it by 2 or 3 days?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It will be complete.
it will be possible.
So you go with the Simulink, right?
Yes, sir.
So Simulink here I am not discussed till now. I am not discussed Simulink, right? So and the thing is that we generally don't go with the Simulink. We prefer to go with the coding. This coding is lots of things are there. We go with a very small things about the Simulink in the last class. So can you able to manage this? If you go with this project, then do you need to know something about Simulink? Some of the topics you need to know, or it's all things are there? Because Simulink is already you learned. Simulink you already learned. So that's actually my question.
So actually, I am very comfortable with the Simulink. So for that, I am planning to present the presentation in the Simulink. So if you are telling that to present the whole presentation in Matlab coding, then we have to think of a new project.
No, okay. If you are comfortable with your Matlab Simulink, you may go with, but whatever the things you need additionally, that things you need to mention prior. Okay, just start it and inform me. So okay, so that is the things. Okay, so okay, so what is your group name?
Sir, I
Group
think
name?
group two.
There is
Group two. I
no
think.
group two.
Group two, sir.
Group two. Okay. So what are the projects you think? Just let me know the name. Name of your project. I just note down it here. You may change it later,
Okay.
but now give your name, project name.
Distribution
Just write down the chat window. It's better. I just copied and paste it here. Right. So anyone else decide projects? Any other group? Okay. I think some of you sharing through group chat. So do you shared via chat?
Yes, sir.
Let's check. Nothing is showing here. Okay, just go with the show to everyone. Don't share. Okay, you should already share with everyone. Okay. Let's. Why it's not coming here? Okay. Let's check. Yeah. So here we need to paste it. Okay. So anyone else? Any other group? Group number 1. Aman Shao. Do you decide anything? Aman Shao group.
No, sir. We will decide and let you know by today
By
only.
today, please by today
second half.
decide it. Second half.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
that's very okay.
Okay, sir.
Group number 4. Others join group. Group number 4. Others join group.
Yes, sir. No, sir. We decided.
So please decide it by today. By today's second half, right?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Group number 2. Anubhav Mukherjee.
Yes, sir. We are in the same group.
Okay. Group number 6. Orko Mukhopadhyay. Do you decide anything? Orko Mukhopadhyay group.
No, sir, we will not decide it.
So can you decide?
No, sir, we will not decide.
When you decide, by second half, decide it and let me know. Right? By second half.
Okay, sir.
Group number
Okay,
3. Group number 3. Pallavi Kumari group. Pallavi Kumari group.
Same group, group
Okay.
6.
Group 6. Okay. Group 4. Group 4. Sonu Kumar. Group 4. Sonu Kumar. Sonu Kumar group. Anyone is there? Group 5.
Sir, we are in the same group. Sonu Kumar. We will
It's a
decide and let you know.
group 5. Group 5.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Arif
sir.
Hussain group. Do you decide
হ্যাঁ
anything?
হ্যাঁ একটা
Yeah.
ডিসাইড করেছি বলবো
বলো।
ওই সোলার পাওয়ারের একটা সোলার পাওয়ার জেনারেশন ওই হোম অ্যাপ্লায়েন্সের ম্যাটল্যাব সিমুলিং দিয়ে করবো আমরা
সবাই সিমুলিং কি কেউ কোডিং করবে না?
আমরা এটা বেটার পারবো আর কি।
ওকে, ঠিক আছে, নামটা বলো, লিখে নিচ্ছি।
ওই সম্পদ পালের গ্রুপ, যেটা ওই আরিফ হোসেন সম্পদ পাল।
দেখো নামটা, প্রজেক্ট নেমটা লিখে দাও, আমি
হ্যাঁ আমি গ্রুপের চ্যাটে লিখে দিচ্ছি। দেখুন স্যার,
Group 6, right?
গ্রুপ 6 না 5, I think 5.
No, sir, group 5.
Group 5,
sir.
Group 5. Group 6, anything decided? Group 6? Group 6, Sayantan Datto. Sayantan Datto group. Anyone is there from Sayantan group 6? Anyone is there
No,
from
sir,
group 6?
deciding.
Not
No,
decided.
sir.
So please response, decide by second half and let me know. Okay. So that's all for now. We again move to our subject topic. So we already given a 5 minutes break from our topic. So let's go with the things. We till now we want to make a little bit different. We need to change the shape. So this, the first one is diamond shape and second one with a star. Now if I want to do this, it will appear this way. right? This way. So this is actually a diamond shaped, and this is a star shaped, right? So again, I want to share a screen regarding what are the options we have. These are the options design we may go with, right? And these are the options we have. So you may try this thing. So where we put this design pattern, so after mentioning the color, we mean to mention the style. So here we want to go with a star color, star style. We put a star. We go with a diamond style. We put a D. Is it okay? So please check these things and try it. Okay. Is it clear or have a doubt?
No, sir, please.
Yes, sir. ঠিক আছে.
Okay. So try it once, check it once, and then let me confirm. Or may I need to share the code? So this is the code. Right. So just go with that. Whenever it's done, just write down done, then go with the next part. So now we actually getting the complete code actually. We reach to design a complete code. So we know that how we provide a label, how we provide the X and Y directions, and how we
স্যার
the legend. Yes.
স্যার এই যে মানে এক্সপ্রেশনটা দিয়েছিলেন ওই যে আগের স্যার দিলেন যে করতে, ওটা কি মানে ডিফারেন্সিয়েশন না ইন্টিগ্রেট করতে বললেন হবে
কোনটা
ওটা? এই যে
কোনটা
হোয়াইট স্ক্রিনে যেটা দেওয়া আছে, লেখা আছে স্যার এক্স কিউব প্লাস 3x2y, ওই যে ছিল
এটা
এক্ষুনি
তো
স্যার।
এটা তো বহু আগে, এটা করনি আগে তখন।
হ্যাঁ না স্যার আমি করিনি ওটা, মানে ওটা কি কি বললেন স্যার করতে হবে? ডিফারেন্সিয়েশন না ইন্টিগ্রেশন?
ডিফারেন্সিয়েশন এন্ড ইন্টিগ্রেশন এন্ড লিমিট সবগুলোই করে দেখতে বলেছিলাম এটাকে।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে স্যার।
Okay, so just complete these things. All the things we write here. Now we going to discuss some different graph. So till now we discussed this graph. These are totally on basic things, right? Totally based on very basic things. Whatever the basic graphs are possible, that things we discussed. Next, we need to discuss next thing, that is polar. We may go with a polar graph also. So polar. So for that, just we need to write a polar. Actually, first we need to mention these things and this line. So X we need to derive. Then we need to mention so Y, and then we need to go with a polar. So X comma Y, right? So this is actually a polar plot. So when we going to plot, we will go with this polar plot options. So when we need this polar plot, can you tell me? Anyone have any idea? Any idea when we need this polar plot? To find out antenna radiation pattern, we generally use this polar plot command, right? Hopefully you all studied EM theory. So for this EM theory, we must need to go with this polar plot pattern. Okay. So write down it and check it. Okay. One thing I forget to discuss is inline. I just go with this. Just complete it. And then I want to discuss one common, very important things I forget to discuss. Just wait. Just complete it, all of you.
Sir,
Yeah.
one thing can I show, sir?
Yeah, obviously. I just make a presenter. Yes, what your name? What's your name?
Sir, I send in chat box. Shayantan De.
Shayantan Dev. Okay, share it.
I will send it in chat box.
It's not there actually. It's not available in chat box. You can see this. It's not available. I think you share somewhere else.
Sir, is it visible?
No, it's not visible. So may I make you presenter?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Shayantan. Yeah, I already make you presenter. Please click on share options. Then I can able to check it. Yeah. Yes. What actually issue? Let me know. Yeah. What actually issue? Let me know. Ask me.
So
Yes,
is
yes,
it totally white, not clear?
no, it's coming. Your screen is coming and graph is also be there.
Okay.
Graph is there. What
I
I
have not
check,
seen
graph
that.
is here. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, I make. Yeah. So, so two things I forget to discuss that I need to discuss first. Then I go with the again graphical definition. One is that sorry, factor. It is actually the same thing. It will return x squared plus 2 into x plus 1. It will return two factors. So okay, we need to define x squared plus 2x plus 1. X is already defined. I think there is no issue with that. If it's a factor, it must be work. Input must be a scalar and okay. Let's do one thing. Why it's happen, I know. So sy we need to go with discuss this syms x, and then if we write it, it will work. Right. It provides factors of this. Again. Yeah, so it actually find out the factors. So whatever the equation you put, it finds out the factors of that, right? So this way it will work and it will provide the result. Take this thing. Do you understand it? So factor. What are the factors are possible? That things we defined here. Is it okay?
স্যার আপনার আর আমার আলাদা রেজাল্ট এলো কি করে?
Same factor, you go with the same factor.
হ্যাঁ স্যার, দেখবেন দাঁড়ান চ্যাটে দিচ্ছি।
Sure. Okay.
এরকম আসছে।
Let's see. এরকম আসছে, আমি এখানে অন্যরকম করে দেখছি। আমি ডট অপারেটর চ্যাটে দেখা যাচ্ছে না। আচ্ছা দেখে নিচ্ছি। আমি এখানে ডট অপারেটর দিয়ে দেখছি, সেই জন্য কি এসছে একই আছে দেখছি তোমার চ্যাট।
না না,
একই তো
একই আসছে। না না, আমার আলাদা, আমার আলাদা।
আচ্ছা আমি দেখছি চ্যাটে, দেখছি চ্যাটে দিয়েছো। হ্যাঁ, x+1 x+1 ওকে, দ্যাট নট আ ইস্যু। মানে এরকম আসতেই, মানে ব্যাপারটা তো একই, যেভাবেই দেখ the matter is same, right? x+1 x+1 two factors are here, this is same x+1.
ওকে ওকে, ঠিক আছে।
So next, another things we need to check, that is an inline function. Suppose y equals to, if we write an inline x square plus 5 into x. Suppose we write, we define here y means inline, that is we define a function this way, right? So what happened, y of x is became this, right? Okay, okay, so this is as I go the, yeah, I make a mistake, this is a x to the power plus 5x I write, so why it's coming this way, right? Actually I need to do these things, x square in a bracket then it will not happen.
Why, sir, x dot?
We may write that's the element operator. If we element multiplication, if we go with the element operations, element by element operator it's used, right? That actually discussed last day. In general,
Okay.
MATLAB actually treat everything as a matrix. So by default, they go with the element operator concepts, right?
এটা করছি এটা আসছে না আমারটায়
Inline লিখলে আসছে না?
না স্যার কি ডট
Now math, I think the same issue. Math function is not there. It may be. Just check it. Just share your screen and let me check. Yes. Who?
স্যার সাহেব সাহেব স্যার this is not another profile.
Not this one. Another Shayo. Where is Shayo? No.
Sir, you right
No.
top corner.
Yeah, I make it again try. Yeah. Share your screen.
So it is coming.
Yeah. It is coming. Y equals to inline. So input must be a scalar and dot operator instead power. So x dot square, just put x dot square, right? The actually are things, right? Element operator you must need to use, otherwise it will not work.
So still now not working.
5 dot x, 5 dot x into x, 5 dot into x.
Okay.
Still it's showing error. Why error? Using inline input must be a scalar. Okay, x you define syms x, just write on syms x. Why it's we need to write again, because last we go with x, we assign some values, right? X
Now
equals to linspace command we use. Now
yes,
it's
sir, yes,
coming.
sir. Now it's coming.
So because last time we use x equals to linspace command, and this actually some big data are there, so it's not working actually. So now when we describe x as a symbolic representation, then it works, right? So okay. Yeah. So now we write these things, but what actually the outcomes of this function? So from now, if we write y equals to something, y within bracket, whatever the argument we pass in space of x, suppose we pass 2, so what it do? It provide the answer x2 to the power 5 plus x square. Sorry, yes. So here actually I write this way, x square plus 5x. So 2 to the power 4 and 5 into 2, 10. So 14 is coming. So it's actually a function, whatever value we pass, it provides the results. Right. This is actually an inline function. Right. Check this one.
So can you repeat this one again?
Yeah, so we write here inline function by this way. We define it and it create these functions, or we again define this way we actually defined last time. So inline function y means x square plus 5x. So whenever we pass some values through y, that actually, so this is value of x. So now if I here write a 3, y3, that means 3 into 5, 15, and 3 into 3, 9. So 9 plus 15 is became 24. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
স্যার আমারও এটা দেখাচ্ছে না ঠিক করে।
দেখাচ্ছে না?
না স্যার।
দেখি শেয়ার করো তোমার স্ক্রিন।
স্যার আমি তো কম্পিউটারে করছি, আমি ফোন দিয়ে জয়েন আছি।
ফোনের স্ক্রিনে শেয়ার করতে পারো চাইলে, সেটা অসুবিধা নেই। বা তুমি কোডটা মানে শেয়ার না করলে কি করে বুঝবো? ফোনের স্ক্রিনে শেয়ার করতে পারো চাইলে।
ফোনে করছি না, আমি তো কম্পিউটারে করছি। আমি ইয়েতে দেখাতে পারি, ক্যামেরাতে।
দেখাতে পারো, কিন্তু কতটা বোঝা যাবে? তুমি এক কাজ করো, স্ক্রিনশট তুলে শেয়ার করতে পারো, দরকার বা মোবাইলে তুলে নিয়ে মোবাইলটা শেয়ার করতে পারো, ছবিটা তুলে, তাহলেও দেখতে পাবো।
আচ্ছা,
কারণ
হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে।
ক্যামেরায় আসবে
আচ্ছা
না
আচ্ছা,
ভালো।
বুঝতে পেরেছি। ঠিক আছে, এক মিনিট।
আমি শেয়ার অপশন দিয়ে দিচ্ছি, স্ক্রিন শেয়ারিং অপশন। শেয়ার করতে পারো স্ক্রিন অপশন দিয়ে দিচ্ছি।
স্যার একটু টাইম লাগবে, আপনি পড়াতে থাকেন, আপনি আমি
ওকে
ইয়ে করে
ওকে ওকে।
হুম হুম।
Okay, so this is actually a inline function. So how we use this inline functions, I think that's clear to all of you. So that will make very simple everything. So another, this is a very important aspects. So now let's check another, anything I miss or not. So this like inline functions, so limit I already discussed, differentiations we discussed, anything we miss, solve. Okay, another thing I miss, that is VPA, virtual variable precision arithmetics. So what are the things this VPA? Let's go with this. So x equals to 34 by 87. Suppose we write this thing. So it's provide this way. But if we write VPA x comma 2, if we write it, this
Yes,
actually
sir,
goes
it's
to
done.
2 decimal. Okay, it's working, right?
Yes.
So is it working, or
No,
I
no,
need to
it's not working.
Okay, okay, I make you
No,
presented
it's
again.
not working. Okay.
Okay, I make you presented again. Okay. Shubhoma, right?
Subarna.
Okay, Shubharna. So I think Shubhoma, this one is written. This one is yours?
No, sir.
Okay, okay, okay,
On the
okay,
left.
okay, okay. This one, okay.
Yes, sir.
Make presenter.
So can you see it?
Your mobile screen is shared. Yes, yes, now it's coming. Incorrect dimension, y equals to inline x to the power, yes, the same mistakes you made, whatever I make. So this is like x to the power 2 or 3 you need to write, and you need to put it within a first bracket, and then you need to write 5 into x, and before going to that you need to write this way. So this is a lots of students make the same mistakes. I just share these things, just check it how you need to go with it. This element operator you also need to use. So you need to go with this element operator. So I share screen. Yeah, you need to go with this way. You need to write. So again, go with this. So that actually the way you
So
need
you're
to
not
write.
sharing your screen.
I am not sharing my screen. Okay, let me check
Mm.
why it's not shared. But it's showing share. Okay, I again shared my screen. Yeah, I think it's not shared. Yes. So this actually
Yes,
thing
sir.
y equals to inline x dot to the power square plus 5 dot into x. Right. This okay. As your last case x already redefined. So again we need to write syms. So this actually also be very important. Seems x, because if you already have some stored value into x, then it will not work. Right. Is it clear? Just check it.
স্যার ওই ভিপি এর পর 2টা কেন হলো x, 2 কেন হলো?
x vp আচ্ছা আমি যাচ্ছি vpa তে যাচ্ছি. Is it okay? So next I go with a vpa.
Wait a second, sir.
Okay, I again write the code, no issue. So this actually a thing.
Yes, sir, it's done now.
Okay, so next we go with the vpa. So vpa, so whenever we go with any solutions, like suppose we go with x equals to 78 by 233. So this way something we go with. Okay, I forget to put a x. 0.3348. So this actually after decimal point, how much value is presenting that we find here. Up to 4 decimal point is point. So now if I go with the VPA, variable precision, VPA, if we mention it, VPA, so we write a x comma, if we write a 2, then it's actually print up to 2 decimal point. Same way, if we print 4, it will go with this way. If we put here 6, right? Right.
Okay, sir.
Right.
So I didn't understand the VPA.
VPA is that any equation if you want to go with, so how much point up to how much point it will represent. So suppose if we go with any equation, if my result is this is my mathematical problem, and we get a solution by default this, but we don't need this 4 decimal points. We write a VPA, result should be go up to 2. So it's provided 2. If we go up to 4, we provide 4. If we go with the 6, it provides 6. If we go with the 9, it's provide up to 9 decimal point values. Right.
Okay, sir.
Right.
স্যার 9 এর বেশি হবে না?
Can happen. Obviously, it will work.
আচ্ছা।
If we want to write this 13, then also put values. So how much you want, it goes up to that. right? So this is actually a VPA. So I think I don't miss anything because I need to check whatever I covered. Uh, okay, that things are checked. Okay, again I miss another, the operators. Bitwise operators are there. Before going to again a code, I just check what are the things we miss. So this is a operator. So we may go with the if we want to click. I mean, say if we want to go with this, that is a operator, ampersand operators, or means this is the AND operators or operator, and bit or bit or operators are there. So how it works? Let's check. So I don't know, every time it number of times it will work and number of times not. 1 1 1 and v equals to 0 1 0, right? So if we go with this A and B, it will provide the result. So hopefully you all aware about this AND operator, and you will aware about this OR operator. So this actual things, and next is that so this way we may go with the AND. So if we go with the OR operator, we may go with this A or B. It will provide this answer. So hopefully you know that AND operation, how and how it works, or how it works. So do you know the AND and OR?
Yes, sir.
It will work fine with AND and OR operations. Right. So these are the called a bitwise operator. Bit OR. So another is a bit OR. So then also it will work. Bit OR also work, and a simple this way. Both the way we may write the things. And or XOR XNOR, whatever you want to perform, you can able to perform it. Right. Rest of the things, okay, another things, this is a TikTok function, so very interesting one, this TikTok functions. Let's go with this TikTok functions. Let's explain these things. So few of the things I may miss last class, I just point out this. So if we go with this TikTok functions okay, just complete this first one, bitwise and OR, then we go with this TikTok. Okay, is it done? Bitwise operator and OR.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now TikTok is there. So what is this TikTok? So T1 tick, there's a starting of a time we go with, and then after that, this is another example, fast Fourier transform. So hopefully you all heard this fast Fourier transform, time dependent variables. So when we go with the scaling, means Fourier transform when we need. Can you tell me Fourier transform? Yes, let me know. Anyone can guess it? Why we go with the Fourier transform? Let me know. Anyone have any idea? Why we go with the Fourier transform?
Sine and cos function.
Yeah.
Represent any function in terms of sine and cos function.
Not necessarily. So smoothing the functions and time-dependent variables and frequency domain to time-dependent. So these are the two domains. We convert these things proper way, means more first Fourier transform for that purpose. Smoothing the signals and we get a proper things, image, more robust image processing, number of cases and frequency domain properly judge the things. We may use this transforms. So this fast Fourier transform, so this actually a fast Fourier transform, we can also do that things. So particular things, we check a random 800,000 into 1 sample values. This is a random values. We know that how we check get a random values, and this random values we need to populate, and this random values we need to go with a Fourier transform. And obviously, as it is a complex program to generate this much random values, it must come processor need time to execute this task. So why we go with this random values of Fourier transform? Even rather than go with the FFT, we may go with any functions. We may go with the sin x or other things. So whatever you want, we write here. And it how much time it elapsed between these two means from tick and tag. Whatever the time elapsed by this function to execute the task, that actually measured by this TikTok function. It's return the elapsed time. Is it clear? Just go with that and check it. If you have a question, ask me.
Elapsed time is different.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously. So this actually, so how much time take Fourier transform to Fourier, means Fourier transforms, how much take to execute the functions, that depends upon your processor speed. If your processor is fast, your time is lower. If your processor is slow, then time is higher. I think I am using more older processor. I am using here Atom processor. It's my computer old age is now almost 7 to 8 years. I am using Atom processors, and that only have a 32 GB internal hard disk. So obviously, do you understand why it's too slow and why it's providing only 4? I think in your case, it may be a 1 second and all. Right.
0.12 seconds.
0.12 seconds, yes. So that actually depends upon processor to processor. If it's an i5, then a little bit fast. If anyone have a i3, then a little bit slow. If anyone have a Intel other dual core Core 2 Duo, then they get an intermediate values. So this depends. So this actually our TikTok functions. So that actually I missed last class. So let's check anything else we need to cover up. No. Okay. So there's a lots of functions are there. Round we check, floor we check, seal check, I once, exponential the same way, log also work the same way. So these are the function support. Eigenvalue EIG command is there, log, size. So size of a matrix, we can get size and length both, and mean, standard deviation sum. So let's go with the matrix again. We go with a matrix that is A equals to, okay, I best option in D, we write here 8. So if we want to again check a size of a matrix, so what we need to write? Size. And if you put it here, A, it would return what is the matrix size. This is 8 by 8 matrix, we know. So this way easily we can able to find out. So same way, length of A, it return what is the length of a matrix. So two options we have. Now we want to find out maximum value or mean of A. So each of the column mean actually represent here. Each of the columns mean, right? Each of the colors mean actually represent here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
We can also check a standard deviation. We can also find maximum value each of the point, each of the things. We may find out minimum value each of the column. So max and min. Now we want to go with another things. That is mean, max, standard deviations, length, size. So please all of you check it and confirm it whenever it's done.
Done, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now if we need to find out maximum value of this whole matrix, how we find out? Any guess? If we want to find out maximum value of whole matrix, how we find out? Any guess?
The max A divided by 10.
Why 10? Maximum value of whole matrix. So why we divide by 10? Is it to provide a maximum value?
Sir,
So
max A to
max of max of
A. Okay, okay.
same way we may get a minimum value using this min of Now we have another questions. If we want to find out standard deviation of this entire things, how we fetch standard deviation? So same way, STD. So like a STD of A. It also provide the answer. So all the way we can able to solve the things. This is clear. So just try, check it once, just run it. Same way main, we also find out
Yes,
command and confirm me. I give you 1 or 2 minutes of time here because lots of students may miss these things, any of the command. I give you 1 to 2 minutes. Okay. So we covered almost all the things, all the basic things of this code. Next, we again go with the graph. So can we able to print? So let's what actually your task is there. So you need to find out some equations from your syllabus and you need to plot that graph. So in your syllabus, lots of equations are there. You need to simplify it using a functions and you need to plot that graph. That is your next task. So do you have any book in front of you? If it's not, please go with that. Means after the sessions, but by tomorrow, all of you, but in the evening, all of you after the class, please go with your book and solve every group, at least solve one of the equations and plot that equations graph from your textbook, your departmental textbooks. Right? Is it clear? You need to do that things. Please complete the task and mention each of the group members, means for every group, please do at least one equation solving and plotting the graph. Right? Just try it, everyone. Right? Next day, each of the group must show their own graph plotting. I think it's clear to all. So next we go with the graph that is very important. Graph plotting, that is a pie chart. So let's write here pi. So if we write a equals to, suppose we write here values like this way: 2, 3, 5, 10, right? 3, 5, 10, and 30. So this is the first value. So A is that, and we want to make it a pie chart. Pi of A. So this simple command actually plot a pie chart. Right? But you have a questions in your mind. How it segregate the values? What is the meaning of 60? What is the meaning of 10?
Exactly.
20, 6, 4. So just try to find out the answers. I give you 2 minutes of time. What's behind it? Any idea?
Sir, first one divided by total whole number sum into 100.
Yeah. So total, whatever the A value is there, we sum it and we correspondingly present it in 100% format. As here 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 5, 10, 20, 50. So what it is, each of the term we multiplied by 2, then it goes to 100% scale. So why? That is 4%, 6%, 10%, 20%, and 60%. So whatever the input values are there, that convert into 100% scale and plot into pie chart. Right. So we go with another example. Suppose it's not this way. It may have a 15. It may have a 45. And then if we write a pie chart, then also segregate this way. So in this case, we not easily able to understand these things, because last case we go with a very simple one, so it's easily catch it. But now if we complexly calculate it to get the same results. Do you got it? Just check it and confirm.
Yes.
So the next thing is that we need to go this way, that is we need to write another thing. So we want to explode some of the part. We want to highlight some of the part. So for that, we additionally make another variables, and we go with this A. So which part we want to highlight, we need to mention that one, other should be 0. So 0, 0, 0, 10 portions I want to highlight. So what we make, this portions we write a 1. And then again a 0 and 0. Write this. Now we write a pi command. We write here A, comma, B. Write here A, comma, B. And it will plot the graph. Right. So it's a 10% is highlighted. So this actually 10 corresponding to 10 we highlight. So this actually here. You got this thing? Or may I need to repeat?
স্যার এটা সেম করলাম অন্য কিছু আসলো কেন
Sir, please, sir, repeat, sir.
স্যার
Okay.
এরর ইউজিং
Yeah. Let me ask one by one.
So may I share?
Yeah, share. Just I make two presenter. Wait. Yeah, who want to share?
Sir Shayok. Sir right corner top.
Eta. This one.
Yes sir.
Yeah.
Sir this one.
Still it's not shared. Yeah. What actually error is showing? Pi A B. Okay, number of component in A and number of components in B must be same. If it is not, then it will not work.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Anyone have any questions? So next, who have a question? Someone else asking the questions? Let me know. Any queries? So all of you, please complete it and let me know, is it done or not?
Done, sir.
Okay. So I give a task that is in a company, 6 number of products are actually manufactured. A, 5 number of product in a year manufactured. B product manufactured 29 number. C product 41 number. D product 12 number, and E product manufactured 17 number. So you need to make a pie chart of these productions, and you need to highlight which one actually least produce. So please write down the code for that and share with me. If you understand, you can able to implement it. If you not, ask me.
স্যার হয়ে গেছে।
Okay. So can you share?
হ্যাঁ।
Okay. Who want to share?
সম্পদ ওইটাই, না এটা না, আরেকটা যেটা আছে।
সম্পদ।
নিচের দিকে
So
যাওয়ার কথা।
no much সম্পদ are there. এটা নাম লেখা নেই, এটা কি?
ওটা দেখুন তো করে, আমি চেষ্টা করছি।
না, এটা পড়া যাচ্ছে না, এটা অন্য কিছু।
ওই যে বলছি মাঝখানে এই সম্পদের নিচেরটা। হ্যাঁ
Yeah.
দেখা যাচ্ছে।
Okay, so you highlighted this particular part exactly. So is it clear? Anyone have any doubt, any queries? Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Anyone? Yeah. So this is actually a pie chart. If you want to add the LEGND, so now if you want to add now you already designed the things, now you want to mention this which one, which color for which, because you make the things, so all the company products you already mentions, but if you want to mention the things, this actually for that. So how we present? So we need to write this way: A, comma, B, so on. So I don't write all the things, but you need to, if you want to present. So as we mentioned, only two things in legend. So very first one is represented by this color and display 3%, and second one is represented by blue color. So these two are there. So if I represent all the things, it will represents, right? So this way we may add a color, means which one for which, means we have leveled it, all the particular things leveled. So leveled is very important. Here we also able to add a title also. So the thing is that everything is applicable for every case, each of the case of productions. If we write, if we go with that and I print here, right? So this way you can able to complete whole thing. So just check it, complete it. And if you want to change color, that also be possible, and that we discuss next half, how we change the color of each of the element, how we map the color, that thing we discuss second half. So after doing these sessions, you can able to implement any kind of graph, any kind of graph. It may be 3D, everything you can able to implement, right? So complete it.
Yes, sir. Done.
Yeah. Done. So now I just take a attendance for all of you. In the meantime, you may ask me the questions, whatever doubt you have till now. If is there doubt, you may ask me. I will answer it. And otherwise, I go with the attendance, take the attendance for this sessions.
Sir, can you please tell me that linspace why 4 pi is there?
Linspace. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Very
sir.
good. X equals to linspace. If we write here, start with 0 to, if we write here 8 pi, not always necessary to go with a 4 pi. If we go with a 2 pi, that's pi means what? Pi means 180, 2 pi means one complete cycle. 4 pi means two complete cycles. So whatever you want, you may write. So that's not a mandatory to write a 4 pi always, right? I go with a 4 pi, but you may write anything in space of that. So what happened here? Lane space 0 to pi 100. Okay. Spelling mistake.
There will be S.
Lane space. Yeah. Y equals to, if we write a sine x, and if we go with a plot x comma y, so if you check it, it will go with one cycle, one complete sine wave cycle. This is clear? 2 pi. If we go with a 4 pi, that's go with 4 cycles. So it's not changed. It will change after some time. Okay, I forget to write one line. So why it's happened? So first we need to write a lane space. Then we need to write a y, and then we need to write a plot. So if we go with this, now you get a 2 cycle, right? So this way, so how much you want to show, how many cycles you want to show, you can mention, specify by this link 4 pi, 2 pi, or 8 pi. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So others, Jain,
Present, sir.
Aman Shah,
Present, sir.
Anubhav Mukherjee,
Present, sir.
Orko Mukhopadhyay, Orko Mukhopadhyay, Orko absent. Orko Prabhu Pasu,
Present, sir.
Orpon Sen,
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
Orpon Mukhopadhyay, Orko Mukhopadhyay.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Yeah, Orko Mukhopadhyay. Okay.
Orko Mukhopadhyay.
Okay. Orpon Sen is there. Then is that Devashish Acharya,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nilashish Kundu,
Yes, sir. Present. Yes, sir. Present.
Pallavi Kumari.
Yes, sir, present. Yes, sir, present.
Okay. Rakesh Tiwari.
Present, sir.
Rakesh Tiwari.
Present, sir.
Okay. Sayantan Dotto. Sayantan present. Shoham Mitro.
Sir. Present, sir.
Sonu Kumar.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Somo Chakraborty.
Present, sir.
Somo Chakraborty is Subarna Pal.
Present, sir.
Shubham Ghosh.
Present, sir.
Shubhomoy Mondol.
Present, sir.
Saroj Kumar Shah, Suraj Kumar Shah.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Okay, okay. Swagatam Kumar Pan.
Present, sir.
Someone here writing something. Okay. Next. Tomrodeep Sinha. Tomrodeep.
Present, sir.
Tomrodeep.
Present, sir.
Toritro Banerjee.
Present,
Toritro
sir.
Banerjee.
Present, sir.
Akash Vishwas.
Yes, sir.
Akash Vishwas. Arif Hussain.
Present, sir.
Goirib Dotto.
Present, sir.
Hirabhro Kole.
Present.
Muhammad Izaz Ahmed. Muhammad
Present,
Izaz
sir.
Ahmed.
Present, sir.
Mrinmoy Ghosh.
Present, sir.
Priyanka Sarkar.
Present, sir.
Sampad Pal. Sampad Pal
Yes,
আছো তো?
sir. হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ আছে।
সায়ন্তন দে. সায়ন্তন দে.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
সায়ক সরকার. সায়ক সরকার.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
সায়ক আছো?
আসতেছি। হ্যাঁ, স্যার।
সৌম্য পাল পালুই. সৌম্য পালুই. Okay.
Present, sir.
Soma Palui present, right? Okay. So we have a few times now.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
first, okay, we already discussed MATLAB basics, and we go with the MATLAB graph. First, very simple graph, and what are the parts are there in MATLAB graph? Everything we'll check. Number of functionalities are there in MATLAB graph that we already check, and we go with how we plot arithmetic functions, arithmetic equations, how we plot, how we go with the differentiation, integrations, limit, how we go with the find the factor, how we find the solve equations. These are the things we check, and again we check the things like how we plot a graph. Additionally, we check the things like the functions, like inline functions. We check a functions like a max, mean, average, median, standard deviations, size, length. These are the functions we check. And next we go with the simple graph plot, x versus y, how we plot using a multiple graph, how we plot into a single window. We also check how we plot a different color, how we make a graph more responsive, means how different color, how we go with, and how we provide each of the colors, how we mention the details, label it, each of the graph. We go with a polar chart that is very important for radiation pattern measurement. You know that when you're going to learn your EM theory, I think field theory you already learned. There you need to go with a different antenna radiation pattern, and when we're going to plot this different antenna radiation pattern, you must go with this, and it will work. So that's all for first sessions. And
Sir, can we do analog clock using Matlab?
Analog clock. Yes, you can able to go with that analog clock using Matlab.
Okay, sir, then group 4, you can say that. You can write.
Group 4. Group
Yes, sir.
4 analog. Okay, so group out of 6 group, 3 groups actually decide their projects. Rest of the 3, please decide it by second half. And
Excuse
the
me,
one
sir.
request, yes.
Sir, group 3 also plan to design analog clock only.
No, it's not possible. Already some groups mentioned, so same projects are not allowed. So you need to inform first. Who inform first, they only go with that. I don't do anything.
Okay,
Right, you
sir.
need to mention first. So just select some different
Sir, then we
projects.
need, some time for thinking about it.
By second half, please mention, inform us. Right. If you already decided, why you not inform me before? Right.
Sir, as
So
you told, you will take the name in second half, so we thought we will decide. We will tell you in second half only.
okay. So, but as some of you already mentioned, I can't get do the things. Right. So please decide something else and please try to answer it by second half. Right. As you first of you decided, you can able to decide second half also. Some new projects may be possible. Right. So there's a plenty of options are there. Analog clock is a good project, and I think students from third year, actually third semester, actually choose these things. You may go with a good calculators also option is there. So digital calculator using Matlab is a very good one. Or you may go with your core subjects. So you may as per your requirement. Okay, just go through it and do that thing. So second half, please rest of the 3 groups mention their projects, right? And that must not be conflict with the others. That you need to remember, right? So that's all from first up. If you have any last 5 minutes is there. If you have any questions, ask me. Otherwise, you may leave this session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.